Welcome back to Price Lanes for the 5th Annual Juniors Classic. This is John Thompson Jr. with Casey Galuccio, and we're here for the Junior Boys match. And we're going to start with the action right now.
Okay, in this match we have Joe Conte from Price Lanes going against Art Bennett from Silverside. Art Bennett getting into this match, he bowled a 199, 243, 246 for 688. With his 42 pins handicap, ended up with a 730. Joe Conte, he bowled at 201, 195, 203 for 599 with his 42 pins handicap. Of course, they both have the same average. There's no handicap in this match, but Joe finished with a 641.
Okay, first ball, jitters, rushed it a little bit, pulled it up on the nose. 7 pink count.
Well, Joe has experience in this competition. He bowled last year against Jim Callahan, and he lost. Maybe this year his luck will be running towards his direction.
Okay, Joe starts out with a spare. Art's 15 years old. Currently bowls at Silverside and Bolorama. He's been bowling in leagues for 8 years. 180 average, and he's using a 16-pound hammer with finger grips. No, I guess that's not right. It's just a straight fingertip. Starts off the match with a good ball for a strike. No giveaways in this match. This will be straight head-to-head competition. Went a little high that time. Up to 310 baby split. And don't let the words baby fool you. It is a difficult shot to pull up. How many times do you make that shot?
About 1 out of 10.
We'll toss in the TV lights and the tension, and we'll see what happens. Good shot at it. Nice spare by Art. Gives him a strike and spare through the first 2 frames and 20 in the first frame.
Art's highest game ever was a 247. Joe Conte's was a 269. And Joe also has him beat on the high series. Joe has a 700 series, and Art has a 688.
Late hit, and got the mix off the wall, knocked them all down.
So we're tied at the end of 1.
Joe's using an angle today. I'm pretty sure it's 16 pounds, and it's fingertip. A little bit high on that shot, left a 4-7. If Joe's really trying to play that tight a line, he's going to need a little bit more extension on that follow through to make that ball sit in the pocket. Cross alley spare. That gives Joe 40 through the second frame with a spare up. Art's favorite professional bowler is Marshall Homan. Six-pin count there for Art. Rushed the shot a little bit, lost it a little short.
Would you please come to the pro shop? If you are here for the Harbor Cruise meeting, would you please come to the pro shop? Thank you.
There's the first miss of the match. Gives Art 44 through the third frame.
Art Bennett was also in this match in 1983. He was in the junior category, and he won.
Can you hear me?
Good recovery from that open frame for Art. Really stroked that ball real nice and really crushed the pocket with that one.
I guess after an open, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, it's important to make a good shot after you've opened up.
Gets your confidence back.
Okay, that's 2 straight wall shots on that lane for Joe. That's a good hit. If you can get the wall shots to go, you can really get your adrenaline flowing and your confidence up. Gives Joe 60 through the third, a strike up. Art's at 44 through the third with a strike up.
16-pin difference.
Okay, good extension on that shot. Ball held the pocket all the way down the lane. There's your first double of the match. We'll take a short break here and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back to Price Lanes, and we're still in the match with Art Bennett and Joe Conte in the Junior Bowlers Classic. It's a 5th frame shot for Art Bennett. Ran a little high with that, almost stole a strike. He needs to bring this spare in because just before we went on a little break there, Joe countered with the first double of the match. A miss here could leave Art with a long row to hoe. Good aggressive shot to bring the 10-pin in.
Well, Art Bennett goes to Mount Pleasant High School as Joe Conte goes to St. Mark's High School.
Town rivalry.
Yep.
Okay, Art's pulled 2 straight shots up on the nose. Needs to calm down a little bit, concentrate, get that target in his eyes and get that extension. Make that ball sit in a pocket. Of course, while he's doing all that, he also has to make his spare so he can stay in this match, not let Joe run away from him. Okay, good cross alley conversion. There are 5 frames now. Art has 82 in the 5th, with a spare up in the 6th. Joe's working on a double coming into the 6th frame.
Joe's favorite bowler out on the Pro Tour is Mark Roth.
A little too late that time to try to get another wall shot. Might have been just a hair fast with his footwork that time. Oh, tough break. Picked the 4 off the 8.
That puts Art right back in it. It's right back to a close match.
Okay, that gives Joe 116 through the 6th frame. It's Joe's first open. Let's see if he can come back with a powerhouse this time.
I saw him put some speed on that one.
Looked like he felt a little bit off at the foul line and tried to overpower the shot to make it hold the pocket. And for the most part, that's what happened. He could have got a break and tripped that 4 out. Good spare, it's good cover. Joe sets up real well for most of these spare shots. But he has opened the door for Art, and we'll see if Art can come back through it and get in this game. A little too light, left a 4-8.
If Art makes this spare, we will have a 16-pin difference game in favor of Joe.
All right, that's a good cover there. The 4-8's a tough shot.
In this 5th annual Junior Singles Classic, in 3rd place it was Kim Solinger with a 6.36, and Jeff Zeppeli with a 6.12 in 4th place.
All right, good shot there. That's what they call a can opener. Hit the light pocket hit and have everything explode to the sides. That kind of shot can be a confidence builder. Really send you on a strike spree. It gives Art 120 through the 7th frame. We'll strike up the 8th, and Joe has 116 through 6 with a spare in the 7th. He hung that shot out to dry. He really got ahead of himself that time. 7-pin count. Needs to concentrate on his footwork. Make sure he stays under control and bring this spare in. Good shot, good execution.
Now we got a 13-pin lead with Joe. We're now going into 9th frame.
Affectionately known as the hammer frame. Got to get that hammer. Let's see if Joe can get that strike to take him into the 10th frame.
We'd throw the pressure on Art if he does.
Two-8 combination, double wood spare with the mother-in-law pin. Very difficult shot. Once again on the first ball, Joe was a little quick with his feet. Caused the ball to sail out to the right and never quite make its drive back to the pocket. This is even more difficult a shot than the one he had in the 8th frame. That's a good shot. I hope the viewers notice how Joe used more angle cross lean at that particular shot than he did in the 8th frame. It's a very good shot. Gives Joe 151 through the 8th frame and a spare up.
Art needs a nice strike here to pull this match within round 5 pins.
He doesn't like it. Okay, missed the head pin, 8 count. Art didn't like that shot when he let go of it. And it did look like he was a little fast and lost the ball at the foul line. Oh, you don't see it chopped like that too often. That is a real bad break. Gives Art 148 through the 9th frame. He's going to have to come up with 3 terrific balls right now. little high, left to 610. Good cover on a cross alley spare. With a strike, Art can finish his game at 168. And at least make Joe have to knock a few pins down in the 10th frame. Seven-pin fill gives Art 165 for the game. Joe has 151 through 8 with a spare in the 9th.
Looks like he needs about, what, 2 pins?
Well, 2 pins and then a miss would be a tie, so let's get more than 2 right away. And that's a very good way to do it. Good pocket shot, tripped the 4 out. Almost shook the 9 down. That gives Joe 170 in the 9th frame. Let's see if he's really concentrating here. Okay, bring the spare in. Good. Well, we have one more ball, count ball. Joe has won the match. It's just a question of what the final spread will be. He's going to go out strong with a strike. So Joe Conte is the winner in this match over Art Bennett, 190 to 165. And we'll be back shortly with another exciting match. This is John Thompson Jr. with Casey Galuccio for the finals of the Junior Singles Classic between Carter-Poppiti and David Carter. And Kevin is going to start the match off tonight.
Well, Kevin's coming in with a 187 average. He's been bowling for 8 years. He's now 13 years old. Here's the battle of the left-handers, I guess.
Well, I know you hear on league play all the time that left-handers can't lose. In this case, I think they're right, since they're both left-handers. Kevin missed a head pin with his first shot. Up to 1-3, and before we get too far along here and forget about it, Kevin does have a 26-pin handicap advantage. And he did not pick up his spare.
Davey Carter, 216, holds the #1 average right now in the state of Delaware. He bowls at Silverside First State Bolorama. He's been bowling for 6 years at the age of 15 years.
And a good start. Go out 5 strike.
He won Bloomington's All Events last year. The Junior Bowlers Tour. He won it 3 times. He has JBT titles. His high game, 290. He bowled it 4 times. Series 750. What a powerful series he has there.
Okay, David pulled that one a little bit, run up a little high and left the 2-4. That's his spare shot. His favorite pro bowler is Mike Aubie. Very talented, powerful left-hander on the tour. David gets a spare in the 2nd frame. That gives him 20 through the 1st. Kevin has 35 through the 1st because we've added his 26-pin handicap advantage in at the beginning. frame 4. Almost stole a Brooklyn hit. 9 count. Kevin needs to bring that 4-pin in. Judging by David's average and some of his high scores, you don't want to miss too many spares against him in a match game.
I don't think so. Poppiti, though, has a high game of 268 and series of 709.
Good cover. Here's Kevin 55 through the third with a spare up.
Bad break there.
4-6-10. Just go for the 2 pins, get the count. It's very early in this match. Okay, gets the 2 pins count. Gives David 46 through the third. Needs to forget that frame, shake it off. Come out here and execute on lane 3. See if you can't get something going. Okay, good recovery. 2 high hits in a row, he comes back with a strike. Frame 4 for David Carter. Kevin, it's 2 balls in a row that he's jerked across his target area. Going on the right-hander side, or Brooklyn pocket for him. Both times he's got a 9 count. He needs to bring these spares in, keep the pressure on David. Okay, through 3 frames, Kevin Poppiti, 74, spare up. David Carter, 46 in the third with a strikeout. Both boys are definitely proponents of the power style of bowling. Trying to get the most revolutions, the most power out of every shot. 9 count for Kevin on a right hit. Just to bring the 3-pin in. And he brings the cover in. That's 93 through the 4th for Kevin with a spare up. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the rest of this match. Welcome back at Price Lanes. Finals of the Junior Singles Classic between David Carter and Kevin Poppiti. It's John Thompson Jr. with Casey Galuccio bringing you the action. High hit for David Carter in the 5th frame. These boys seem to be having a little trouble deciding just how far the ball is going to hook. Good spare shot. 66 through the fourth frame with a spare up for David.
Looks like somewhere down the line, Dave would have to double to try to cut down on Poppiti's handicap.
As long as Kevin keeps making spares, David's going to have to come up with at least a double. Maybe more. You know, you don't shoot 4 290s without throwing a bunch of strikes somewhere. So he's certainly capable.
Bad break.
He's up high that time. 4-10 split. He might want to think about trying to give this a shot, see if he can slide it over. We're only halfway through the match, but he does have 26 pins to give up. He doesn't want to fall any further down if he can help it. He went for it. Very aggressive shot. 8 out on that front. David 92 through the 7th. Kevin can stay under control and keep sparing. It's going to make it very difficult for David to catch up. That's a lucky break. Kevin had to wash out standing up there. 7 pins sort of leaned toward the bowler and fell ever so slowly. Both bowlers are definitely power-type bowlers, getting the most out of every shot. Good spare. About right now, the only difference between the two of them is Kevin has gotten a few breaks and David hasn't, plus he has had 26 pins to play with. Count for Kevin. It's 130 through the 7th frame. That's a 38 pin advantage. You know, I've been out of school a long time. You got to keep them straight. Bring on the automatic telescopes, right?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have to do this. Okay, another spare for Kevin Poppiti.
Kevin Poppiti bowls in 2 leagues. They are both at Price Lanes, and David Carter, he bowls at Bolorama, First State, and Silverside. Nice and well-rounded bowler.
He certainly has a lot of experience. A little bit high, left a 6 pin. I think David's caught between a rock and a hard place here. If he throws it a little harder, the ball doesn't want to quite come back. If he takes the speed off, it wants to snap through the nose. Very difficult line to play when that's happening. David has to figure out some way in 3 frames to pick up 38 pins. Okay, good shot. Good sweeper shot. Maybe that'll be the start of something for him. It's David 112 through 7 with a strike up. High hit for Kevin. He shakes out the split. He's 4-7 for a 2-pin spare.
36 pin difference, yeah.
turkey on that spare. Kevin needs to forget that shot. See if he can't execute a good first ball here. Aggressive shot. Both boys are very aggressive.
Well, it looks like Dave needs a couple strikes here. Definitely try to get back into this.
Yeah, Kevin has 168 through the 8th frame and a strike in the 9th. Kevin is sitting pretty good right now. David's going to have to solve this right-hand lane and get a string going. He sent it out. Good shot. Gives him a double.
Carter strikes out. Kevin spares strikes. We got the close match.
Yeah, David can go out for 202. That would force Kevin
At least get a spare.
to get a spare and good count in the 10th. David almost has to strike out to give himself a chance to win. He started on his way now. That's a turkey for David. This one. Force Kevin to show up for the 10th frame and get a mark. He sent it out there. He was confident. A little too wide. Didn't quite get the ball to come back for him. 9 count. It's going to give David 191 with the spare.
It looks like Kevin has the mark, and that's about it.
Big 10th frame here for Kevin. He needs to concentrate. He was aggressive. He went for it. Pulled the ball across the head pin. Left the 4/8 spare. If he should happen to miss that, he would win this match by 3 pins, I believe. Is that right? Oh, I should not probably have said that because he did go up there and miss it. His second miss of the game. But that gives him 196, and he is the 1985 Junior Singles Classic winner over David Carter, who finished with 191. And we'll be right back with more bowling action. Welcome back to Price Lanes for the 5th Annual Junior Singles Classic. This is John Thompson Jr. along with Casey Galuccio. We're in our first match. It's a Bantam boys match against Collyn Ripley and Michael Thorpe. And Collyn is now up for his 5th frame, and he's currently has a 3-pin lead. He's got 63 pins, and Michael Thorpe has 60. Collyn got a 7 count in the 5th frame. Maybe that little break will settle both these boys down, and we'll see some strikes and spares now.
Here we have a little news here for you. It's a couple of the past winners of this event. For the Bantams of last year, James Brooks beat Carter-Poppiti in the Bantam competition.
Okay, Collins picked up his first mark of the game in the 5th frame. Gives him 63 through the 4th frame with a spare up. Michael has 60 through the 5th frame working on an open.
At this point, it looks like almost every spare and strike will count here. It's a very close match now.
I think Collyn's starting to get in the groove now. That's 3 or 4 fairly well executed shots in a row. Now all he needs to do is get a few breaks with the pin count, leave a couple easier spares so he can try to increase on his lead here. With that 7-pin count in the 6th frame, he now has 80 through the 5th frame. Michael Thorpe has 60 through the 5th frame working on an open. Match play competition, though, 30 pins is not a lot to try to pick up. It's still anybody's ballgame. Collyn's still a little bit fast on those spare shots. Tossed that one in the gutter. That gives him 87 through the 6th frame. Michael's left himself a difficult 5-pin spare, and he is still just way too fast with his feet. That seems to be his biggest problem right now. Try to combat his emotions and stay cool and calm under fire, and just slow down and do it the right way. Much better shot there. Excellent spare. Now Michael needs to take that good shot and finish out the game the same way. Make good, excellent shots. He must have took that to heart. He just threw a bomb down there for his second strike of the match. That gives Michael 80 through 6 with a strike up. Collyn has 87 through 6 working on an open. Now it is really closed up. This is going to be a real nail biter all the way down to the wire.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Collins left himself a tough 7-pin spare to try to pick up. I wouldn't want to have to make that in any time, especially under the television lights. Okay, through 7 frames, Collyn now has a score of 90. He needs to calm down and get back on the track here and get a mark, or he's going to let Michael get away from him. Let's see if he can remember some of those things he's been taught. Keep his head still, keep his eyes still, hit that target, and just roll the ball down the lane.
That looks like a good ball. I think.
Oh, excellent shot, excellent shot.
Very good.
Okay, just a little bit light in the pocket. 7-pin count for Michael. Spares are important. These boys have to realize they have to slow down and take their time and bring these spares in. Good shot for Michael. Gives Michael 100 in the 7th frame with a spare up, and most important of all, that's 3 straight marks for Michael. Collyn's still in the game with a strike in the 8th frame. That's a tough 6-pin spare to bring in there. Gives Mike 126 through the 8th frame. It's only going to get one of them. Both times Mike was a little fast. Gives him an open in the 9th frame. Still has a fair lead on Collyn, so Collyn has to come up here in the 9th and 10th and make excellent shots and get some spares, or maybe even get a double here. Well, he gave it a real shot. It's a good 9-pin count there. Collyn needs to bring this spare in.
Here's a real hard pressure shot for such a bowler as Collyn. 10 pins are hard to make.
And it doesn't matter whether you're 7 or 70. That's a pressure shot in the 9th frame of a match game. Bringing a 10-pin in.
Especially when you need it.
Collyn's been just a little fast on them right side corner shots this whole match. I think every right corner shot he's had, he has thrown in the gutter. Gives him 118 through the 9th frame. Michael is 123 through the 9th frame. So it's going to go down to the last ball, which is what makes match game play exciting.
Collyn with the mark here will throw the pressure onto Mike.
It's a pretty good first ball there.
Very good. Oh, the pins didn't fall towards Collyn's way there.
He left 6, 7, 10. In ordinary circumstances, that's practically impossible for these young guys to pick up, but especially in this pressure situation. Collyn was consistent on his right corner spares the whole match. Seems like he wanted to run up there, and he tossed every one in the gutter. He still finished with 125. Michael will have to keep at least one shot on the lane here in the 10th frame. And that's certainly the easy way to do it. Knock all 10 down with one shot.
Oh, you see him smiling there. He knows he got it.
I think that's where that thrill of victory, agony of defeat comes from.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you call going out in style. Michael's going out with two of the best balls he's thrown the whole game. He has a double in the 10th frame.
Well, John, the pressure's off now. I guess he can do it.
Well, if he can manage to put 3 together here, he'll have 153.
High.
8 count. That's a good finish. Double and 8 in the 10th. It's going to give him 151 for the game, and he will be the winner of the Bantam division in the 5th annual Junior Singles Classic here at Price Lanes.